the Long Island community over the past week, and he does it in a great way. Bill has one of those perfect speaking voices. He is,
oh my gosh, yeah,
the talkover guy. Now, your son Mike had done this show. He did News Wrap Up right after this,
yes.
And they also
Mike was very impressed with his
Bill's
talk. Yeah.
You can listen to his Newsday reporters talk about the stories they bring us in print and online every day, and that is every Friday at 4. So tune in. But for now, tune out, and let us take a break. We're going to go in. Where are we going now? I think we are going to. Oh, my heart's aching. So let's go see if we can find a dozen of them. Motormouth Radio, Ray G. Yeah, Ray. That's me, Ray G.
Yeah, Ray G. Joe D.
Still on Country Time. Joe D. We'll be back. Keep it. We got it.
I just got a ticket from one of those red light cameras.
Good news. My show, Law You Should Know, can help you fight that.
My brother just got arrested for shoplifting.
My show has info about that, too.
My mom told me she's worried about whether she needs a will.
Law You Should Know can help her with that.
My cousin was hurt in a car accident. Can he sue?
Law You Should Know can help with that, too.
My uncle has some legal questions, but he doesn't think he can afford a lawyer.
Tell him to be sure to listen to Law You Should Know every Wednesday at 3 p.m. or Sunday at 7 a.m. for lots of free info about the law right here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
This portion of programming on 90.3 WHPC is brought to you by the Center for Workforce Development and Lifelong Learning at Nassau Community College, which offers you the opportunity to become a registered EMT. You can complete this program in 4 months and begin a career as an EMT.
During this program, you can learn basic life support for individuals with illnesses or in accidents that require emergency medical treatment prior to arrival at a hospital emergency room. You will learn CPR and take FEMA classes. The course begins September 26th. For more information, contact the Center for Workforce Development at 516-572-7487 or visit ncc.edu.
Joe, I must commend you on your violining skills. Your fiddling fingers are freaking flying today. That's very good.
Yeah, well, I say I fiddle around a lot.
You sure do. You are a fiddler if I ever saw one. Let's go back to that flashy thing. If it now it stopped.
Now they gave up. No, it's still flashing. Just flashed.
Let's try it again.
Hit that button.
Push the button. Say hi. You're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hi, this is Pete from Massapequa. I have a question.
Pete from Massapequa. Have you have you called us before, Pete?
What's that?
Have you called us before? You're a new caller, I think, right?
Yeah, no, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Excellent. Well, you know what? We love hearing from any of our listeners.
Our lurkers, yes.
Long or ever. What do you got, Pete? Just throw it out there.
Well, it's my wife's minivan. It's an 02 Chrysler Town and Country.
Oh, I don't know nothing about those.
About a month ago, she told me that the brake pedal went down to the floor. So
I
checked it out, and, it was down to the floor. So I checked it out, and I had no leaks, anything like that. So I figured, well, it's got to be the master.
Okay.
So I replaced the master cylinder, bled the brakes out. I figured we put new pads on it while I'm at it. And everything was fine for about 3 weeks. And then the pedal went back down to the floor again.
Oops.
So I looked around, no leaks, plenty of fluid in the master. So I bled it. The only place I got air out was the left front caliper. I got air out of that. I bled it, and it was good for another 3 weeks.
I know what you got. I know what you got.
Joe's got you nailed, Pete. Joe's got it already. Tell him, Joe.
Okay, what is it, Joe?
I am the proud owner of a 2003 Town and Country, and I've had the exact same scenario. And long story short, it's your ABS hydraulic modulator valve.
I was hoping it wasn't going to be that.
Yeah.
And Joe, tell him what heartache.
Poltergeist, something like that.
Yeah, the seal went bad in the left front. In other words, if you crack all the other bleeders, you got absolutely no air, but the left front's got air in it. Which when you bleed it, then it's fine for depending on how you drive the car and a couple other random factors there. 2, 3, 5 days. Maybe a day. It all depends on, like I said, random stuff. And it comes back only in the left front. What happens is I'm assuming you do have ABS. That's pretty much a standard equipment.
Yes, I do. Yep.
Okay,
it's
good.
ABS, rear four-wheel disc.
Right. I've got pretty much the same vehicle. What happens is the ABS unit is underneath the master cylinder behind the cruise control diaphragm there. All right,
I see. It's got the braided hoses going down to it. Yeah.
Right. On the bottom of that, you could, if you could see it, one of the little rubber plugs is weeping. And what it does is it sucks air. All right. In other words, air comes. Yeah. Okay. So that was actually a ride. That was a little bit of my own diagnostics, plus doing a little bit of poking around.
Did you find out what baby power?
Yeah, I mean, I looked on the internet. I mean, people mentioned that, and some people mentioned changing the caliper, and I was like, well, it can't be the caliper.
What had happened was, a couple of people were like, come on, you can't be that. Let's do a caliper. Let's do another caliper. Let's do a master.
Right.
I'm like, how come it's only coming out of one? And then, what I did finally though is because I have access to like the factory scan tool, is like I cycle it and it can only get air out of the one. And then studying the diagrams, and then plus a little internet advice, because I always take internet advice with a grain of salt. And it was that ABS modulator.
Now, the problem you had finding and going through that, right? That was a little bit of a problematic thing in its own self, right?
Well, actually, that was the electrical problem that came later. That was the one that just happened this last couple months ago. I love that ABS unit.
Yeah. All right.
Basically, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. You got to rip a lot of stuff out of the way.
Is it an available part, though?
Yes.
From the OEM or from aftermarket?
I had gotten, mine happened a couple of years back. I was able to get a Chrysler unit, brandy new.
Okay.
They are available. You could pick them up on eBay. We did one at the shop.
How much are
they? Used? They usually come with the ABS computer, $100.
Now, you think you can trust a used one to not leak like your own one is?
Well, yeah, you always take that shop. A brand new unit, which is just the ABS hydraulic unit from Chrysler.
Like $500, right?
Yeah, $500-$600, yeah.
And now the labor to replace it.
Yeah, which...
No, I'm doing it. So,
okay, so...
I worked for Chrysler, but it was like 100 years ago. Technology changed drastically since I was there.
So our own, of course, our own labor doesn't cost anything, yes, but we use a lot of it. But how many hours you think, Joe, to get in there and do that?
About 2.5, 3 hours.
How many hair pulls and
it all depends on whether you got the right tools or whatever. Like Chrysler actually has you moving the steering column out of the way,
kidding.
Loosening up the. Yeah, I got the factory manual.
Yeah, but
for the car.
That doesn't always mean diddly squat. I mean, you look at a motor's manual, they tell you, disconnect battery, remove engine. Yeah, right. I'm changing spark plugs.
Maybe I'll just teach my wife how to bleed the brakes.
There you go.
Well, that's how my kids learn. That's how I taught my kids how to bleed brakes. As a matter of fact, sometimes I used to hear them in this pump, hold. Yes. Either of my kids now can bleed brakes on either end. I actually made them learn how to work the bleeder wrench and everything.
Sure.
So I just used it with the mason jar and the hose with some fluid in it, and I just do it that way.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but either way, it's a good family bonding experience. You know what I mean? Whether you're dragging one of the kids or the wife out. But that's what it is. Been there, done that, got the teeth marks on my left one.
There you go, Pete. I think the thing to do is get the part before the weather gets cold. Maybe you can get that job done before the winter.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for the advice.
Hey, Pete, don't be a stranger, Pete. Call us again and just to...
I won't. No, I got a 68 Rambler, but it runs like a Swiss watch right now, so I don't have any problems with it at the moment.
God bless.
All right, we'll talk about you. We'll talk about your lawnmower.
Just call and say hello. You don't have to break nothing. You're welcome anytime.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, take care, fellas.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Joe,
I had that. That was fun.
Right to your lap. Hey, something fell into my lap this week. I talked about this. I got these plates from Thompson Performance.
Oh, the Power Blast. Oh, these are cool.
Those are the Power Blast plates from Thompson Performance. Now I'm going to put them in my car. But I want to do a video. I want to do a before and after video, even though they have theirs on their site, and then hopefully we'll be able to put this on our site if we ever get our site restructured.
Right.
Well, we can do that, and we'll have some before and after videos of the...
Wow, something like this, I mean...
A lot of R&D when it's that little piece of brass.
Yeah, absolutely. The angles and so forth, yeah.
Let's kick some brass and go to the phones and say, hi, you're on the Motor Mouths. Hello, caller.
Yo.
Hello, Professor Ray, Joey D. This is Howie. How are you?
It's the big man! Howie, what's happening?
What's happening? I'm in Hicksville at Sears. They're doing the Auto Fest show, and there's probably about 250 to 300 cars here.
Wow.
In the beginning, it was cloudy, but it's sunny and warm right now. And they're having definitely different colors, different shapes, sizes. I'm looking at a 62 Chevy Corvette with a custom paint job. Beautiful. I would say it was part of the earth colors. It was almost like a bronze orange.
Sandalwood.
With black interior. Beautiful. A 54 Buick and a 92 Pontiac. It's here also.
How'd they let that in?
A 92 Pontiac.
Yeah,
Nice.
a 92 Pontiac Formula Sunbird convertible.
Oh,
I
that
thought
is
they
a rare.
crushed all
That
of
is
those.
a rare bird. Yeah.
Does that car have
That's a rare bird. You got it.
Does that have the rare stainless steel muffler on it?
Oh, you got that, right.
With the rusty brackets.
It sounds like an exhaust leak, that my neighbors probably don't like.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Nobody could ever mistake you for somebody else.
That's true. Whether it's odd or special, that's me.
You're always special to us, Howie.
I serviced the Pontiac yesterday, did a synthetic blend motor oil, and I put in an additional auxiliary fan for parades because I do some parades.
Right.
And it gets a little hot.
Yeah, I would think so. Now, you did put that by the radiator. That wasn't for you, right?
Well, it's in front of. It's keeping the flow going.
So you used a pusher fan.
It's a pusher.
It is spinning in the right direction, right?
It's a pusher. It's 80 watts, 10 inches, about 800 CFM going when I'm going 2 miles an hour or 5 miles an hour.
Look at how he's throwing
increasing
stats.
the flow.
All right.
Nice.
How did you
keep that gauge in the green?
And
Yep.
you wired that, I hope, to a nice, maybe like a 20, 30 amp relay?
No, I didn't do it to a relay. I did a direct thing.
Oh.
Basically, with an inline fuse. I don't have a fancy switch or a temperature gauge. It's when I'm doing parades or I'm stuck in traffic, I can pull over and just put it on.
What gauge?
It'll go on.
What gauge wire did you power that with?
What I did it with basically, I would say 12 gauge wire.
12 gauge. That's pretty.
Okay, that's healthy. Good.
Do you have a fire extinguisher handy in that car just for emergency purposes?
Yes, I do.
Good. Okay, good.
No, Howie's well tooled, well prepared. No, he's
yes.
You can't mess with Howie
Howie's
on that.
toolage is bar none. I know he's
Come
above
on.
the rest with tools.
I am so meticulous or /anal that I'm cleaning the bottom of the motor when I'm underneath, doing the oil change,
You're not one of those guys who uses Pledge, are you?
I'm not one of those. I'm not like you.
Nobody took a pledge, I think. Well, that's good, Howie. That's excellent. We could maybe disparage a little with the installation technique, but all is well. I think, especially if you do those parades in October, November when it's cool, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got the fans. I wasn't able to install it last month, so I wanted while I'm doing service because this rare bird is in the garage and it could easily be, kind of forgotten with all the other cars.
Oh, I'd say
daily
that's
drivers
true, yeah.
and other cars that I have.
That could definitely be forgotten, yeah.
So I wanted to give some attention, that it deserves. And I'm probably showing half the people at the show about the added electrical fan and the ABS system that I have in the car.
Those are the neon arrows.
ABS system?
Yes, it's ABS. It's got I'll tell you this, it's got an ABS system in the that was an option, back in '92, and it is so huge here,
Oh, it's that box on the side of the master cylinder.
Yes.
Yeah, with the motor pack on the bombs, an ABS 6,
Yes.
Marine ABS 6.
On a wet night, I tested it, and it works pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It makes a pretty cool noise, too. Yep, I'm familiar with that system quite well.
You hear it and you feel it.
Yeah, it makes that kind of groaning, honking noise. Yeah, that car for its time was quite technologically advanced. Yep,
excellent.
I was cleaning the car a little extra time because I'm parking next to my friend Richie, who has a 54 Buick Special. The white walls, I think, are maybe 4 inches, and they're all white. And
That's good for white walls.
I just had to clean my car a little bit extra because I'm parked next to him. His car is in pristine shape. Looks like it just rolled off the assembly line.
Right.
My car is in good shape. I don't really consider it a show car. It's more of a fun car. But I'm faking it today, guys.
How so?
Well, it's a car show.
It's a show car today.
Well, you're a fun guy, Howie.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, Professor Ray.
That's what
I appreciate that.
That's what the mushroom field said. Yeah, Howie, he's one fun guy.
Oh boy! But let me tell you this: it was, it's like I said, having a convertible in your corral always is a lot of fun.
I agree.
Absolutely, I can't argue with that. That's for sure.
I tell you, I really wanted to go to Lahaska, Pennsylvania. They're having a caddy show, but I couldn't do it because I have, an important meeting tomorrow early in the morning. So, coming home,